Greetings, my We Ignite family all over the world. This is your working upline, the one and only Chief Pathman Senathirajah, here to do, I think, the most popular, the most famous, the most fundamental training module called the 8 Basic Building Blocks, which I learned from one of the greatest networkers that ever existed in this industry, the one and only Dexter Yager. All right. And I've done a long version where you can extract with the whiteboard with a lot of descriptions. But today I'm doing the quick version, the express version, that you can show people with your mobile phone in one go. All right, so that they can at least understand the fundamentals required to start their journey with Ignite, to start their journey from zero to financial freedom. Now, I built a global network with millions of people as my downlines, based on these 8 basic building blocks. That's all I used. So block number 1, the most fundamental block, not only in our industry, not only in Ignite, but in life, is dream. You need to find a dream. That our whole life, we started as dreamers. Then the reality of life, society, I think they beat the dream out of us. The world is filled with dream stealers. But if you want to succeed as an entrepreneur with Ignite in this industry of direct selling, you need to find a dream. This dream that you find cannot be here. This dream must be here. It must be a dream that you always wanted to achieve. It can be a car, it can be a home, it can be giving back to your parents, it can be buying your dream watch, it can be anything, as long as it's a dream that means everything to you. That this dream is emotional, that this dream beats in your heart every single day, that you need to find a dream. And I want to help you find that dream. Because when I started my journey 30 over years ago in this industry, I struggled because I just forgot how to dream. I almost forgot. I gave up on what I really wanted in life until I met a young lady, my upline, who told me it's time to dream again. And she just told me one thing, Pathman, if you have all the time and all the money in the world, listen carefully. If you have all the time and all the money in the world, let's say 10 million US dollars. Let's not talk about 1 billion. Let's talk about 10 million US dollars. Ask yourself, where would you live? How would your house look like? What car would you drive? Where would you take your family for holidays? How would you dress? What watch would you wear? All right? Which school would your kids go to? How will you look after your family? What would you give to your parents? What would you give to society? What would you give back to the people who were there for you when you were nobody? I want you to dream again. That block number 1 is the most important block, is the dream. I am here today financially free, not because I'm smart, not because of my skill, not because I'm experienced in this industry. I am here today financially free because I found a dream. And I hang on to that dream. I hold it tight. I held it tight. I never allowed the world to steal it from me. Whatever challenges I face, the moments I felt like giving up, the moments I faced rejection when I did my presentation, I just hang on to my dream. And I kept going. I overcame challenges. I won battles. All right. I laughed at rejections because I knew that I was willing to fight. I was willing to die for that dream of mine. So block number 1, find your dream. Right? This journey makes no sense without the dream. You will give up. You will quit without the dream. Block number 2 is commitment. Guys, wake up, smell the coffee. This is a serious business. You are the CEO of your account in Ignite. That account can pay you 25,000 a week, 50,000 a week, 75,000 US dollars a week. You can and will be a millionaire just with your account in Ignite. This is a more serious business than anything else. You need to commit. You need serious commitment on this journey. I'm not talking how much time you give. You can be a part-timer. The time you give to your Ignite business, your commitment needs to be 100%. Be committed to this journey. Be committed to your business. Commitment is the key. Decide when you start that I am going to commit to my journey in Ignite. That I am a serious businessman, a serious businesswoman. I am the CEO of my account. I am in control of my destiny, and financial freedom will happen. I built this business over years, and one thing I have is serious commitment and consistency. So this business requires commitment. If you are giving it a try, if you are treating it like a hobby and you are trying it out, it's okay. But the minute you get serious, it requires serious commitment. Commitment, commitment, commitment. If you're willing to give that commitment, not the time, the commitment, all right, that you are treating it as a serious business and give 100%, your chances of success exponentially grows. All right. The third is the list. First, you need a dream list. Take a pen, take a paper, write down your dreams. Don't type it in your phone. Don't put it on your Word file. Don't use your computer. Write it on a piece of paper, old school. Write a list of dreams. And then you need to write a list of names. The only capital required is your circle of influence. Don't be afraid when you write the list of names. Just write down your circle of influence. If it's 20 people, it's cool. 40 people, it's cool. It's 2 people, it's still cool. But based on my experience, if you rack your brain a bit, if you activate your thinking, all right, and do some questions. How many people you know got married last year? How many people own a brown car? How many people studied with you in school? How many people you went to college with that you remember? How many people you know in your salon or your restaurant? How many people you met on your last trip? All right, if you start having memory joggers, ask yourself some questions. The average human being on this planet, unless you live in a cave alone with a mosquito called Jimmy, all right, an average person in the world will have 100, 150 names in their circle of influence divided to hot, warm, cold. Hot are the people closest to you. They will always say yes, even without seeing Ignite compensation plan. All right. And I have built a global network of millions of people just for my hot and warm. Only recently I start talking to my cold zone, because network marketing is about circle of influence, overlapping, and exponential growth. Remember, 2 becomes 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Simple as that. All right, but you need a list. Write down the names with a pen. There's some emotional connectivity. Write down how to reach them, mobile number, social media handle. There's many ways. All right. The fourth basic building block is how to prospect and invite. There are certain rules. Firstly, when it comes to prospecting, don't judge the book by its cover. It can be a housewife, it can be a student, it can be somebody who's unemployed, it can be a millionaire, it can be your relative, it can be your uncle, professor, teacher, doctor, next door neighbor, complete stranger. Everyone and anyone, anywhere should be your prospect. All right. Now, when you are doing prospecting, you're not showing them the Ignite business. You are getting their contact. You are leaving some curiosity in their mind. If they ask you, generally, what do you do when you meet somebody? Hi, hello, what's your name? Next question, where you're from? Next question, what do you do? And if that person says, I'm a doctor, and then you say, I own my own business. What kind of business? It's very exciting, and one of these days we'll catch up. I'll talk to you about it. But it was nice meeting you. That's all. Prospecting, adding names to your list. Go to a wedding, go to dinners, go to family functions. You're not there for the free food and the drinks. You switch on your networking radar and look for prospects. I'm still prospecting today. Hotel lobby, restaurants, all right, Uber driver, anywhere in the world. Aeroplanes is the best place because they can't escape when we are 30,000 feet up in the air. Second, the art of inviting. All right, the art of inviting today has changed because you got Zoom, you got FaceTime, you got social media. You can invite people however you want. My style is the soft approach. I pull them to me. I don't drag them to me. I tell people, hey, listen, can we catch up for a cup of coffee? All right. I just started an amazing, all right, business. I'm an entrepreneur today, and I'm looking for 1 or 2 partners around this region or this part of the world or your country or whatever. And let's catch up for coffee. If you like what you see, we talk further. If you don't like what you see, at least we caught up for coffee. All right. So I always tell people I'm looking for new partners. I have a fantastic limited time opportunity. All right. And I can meet you either on Tuesday or Thursday. I never give them a fixed time, fixed day. I always tell people I can meet you Tuesday or Thursday. Now, if they say they are not available 3 to 6 p.m., don't say 7, 8, 9, 10, anytime I'm available, midnight. Don't be desperate, but don't be arrogant. Have posture. All right? But your job is to bring them to the table, bring them to the Zoom. Nowadays, I know people who just send a Zoom link for 100 people and 50 people participate. All right? Technology has made the art of prospecting and the art of inviting so much easier compared to my time. My time, house phone, hoping they are there. You end up talking to their mother, and then you ask when they are coming back. Then call them again. It was bloody expensive. Now, it is so easy. One post on your Instagram, and people can ask you, what's this about? All right, can we meet? Everyone is hungry. Society today is looking for opportunity. So the art of prospecting and inviting. All right, block number 5 is presentation, showing the plan. All right, showing the plan is to give enough information, not too much, not too little, for them to make an educated decision. But ultimately, while showing the presentation, what decides the success of your presentation is the passion and belief in your eyes. Without self-belief, without self-confidence, nobody is going to say yes to you. But also don't be crazy passionate and spit your saliva onto their face where they are wiping with a tissue and hating you, okay? Be cool, but not lazy. Be excited, but not crazy. Are you guys with me? Not posture, self-belief, confidence, give information, talk about life, talk about the industry, talk about the company, Ignite, the greatest story in network marketing history. Talk about the products, and you can focus on key products that your group is promoting. Then talk about the compensation plan. Don't make it rocket science. We made the compensation plan easy. You don't have to talk about every rank and how to move rank at the beginning. And then do projection to show them the potential of the plan and the potential earning for them. But remember, talk about them. Put yourself in their shoes. What they want to hear. They want to hear about their success. They want to hear about a high chance of success. They want to hear about the simplicity that they can do it. All right? That's presentation, block number 5. Block number 6, follow through. Follow through today happens most of the time immediately when you finish doing the presentation, or it should happen within 24 hours, strike when the iron is hot. Don't follow through after 1 week, 2 weeks. They will forget Ignite and they will forget who you are. Do you understand? So go back to follow through, answer their questions with confidence. Don't lie. Never lie in your follow through. Answer their questions. The minute their questions become moronic, that means they're just finding an excuse to say no. So accept their no. All right, I don't care, I love it, and go to your next presentation. Remember, when handling follow through, feel, felt, found. I know how you feel. All right, that's how I felt when I first saw the Ignite presentation. But you know what I found out? Now, generally, they have fear. All right, objections and concerns are the same. Okay. Can I succeed? I don't know anything about selling. You don't have to be a salesperson. Circle of influence. Can I trust this company? Show them everything. Today, trust is transparency, and Ignite is the most transparent organization in the industry. We have nothing to hide. We have nothing to fear. Show them potential. Tell them your story to give them comfort. Quote a story of your upline, downline. All right? Address them. Put them at ease, and they will say yes. I always believe this, because I tell people, after you see Ignite, your answer is yes or yes. Simple as that. Okay, block number 7, counsel upline. What does it mean? Many of you watching the 8 Basic Building Blocks right now, this is your first time in a journey with social enterprise, network marketing, or direct selling. It is the first time you're starting as an entrepreneur. Don't panic. You have something called a working upline, but I'm also your working upline. I'm on the ground. I walk my talk. You have an upline. Choose the working upline you are comfortable with and don't make any decisions on your own. All right? Don't have any fear. Every single chance you get, at least 3 times a week, 4 times a week, have coffee with your upline, working upline, and counsel with your working upline. Why is the working upline so valuable? Because the journey you are on today, we have completed that journey, at least the beginning. All right? And they have a wealth of experience to guide you. So counsel upline, counsel upline, counsel upline. Before you open a new market, where to position your sign up, how to do training, all right? How to handle an active IR who's switching off, how to handle conflict in your organization always happens, people disagree, they fight, whatever. How to handle your own moments of despair or depression, counsel upline. I am who I am today because of all the uplines of my journey of life. I'm grateful to them forever. Because as I counsel them, my confidence increased. I found answers to my questions and I managed to build a global organization and become financially free. Number 8, the final basic building block. Duplication, duplication, duplication. If I have another child, I'm going to call the child duplication. All right? Because duplication is the key to success in network marketing. This is the only business in the world where you want your downlines to be better than you, to have more knowledge than you, to be more successful than you. All right? In every sense of the word. Because if you have a successful downline on your left and you have a successful downline in your right, you become a max out king or a max out queen. As simple as that. What is duplication? Duplication is to share your knowledge, share the knowledge of your working upline, share your knowledge of your uplines, share your knowledge of your grand upline, Pathman Senathirajah, share everything. Keep no secrets. Right? Duplication is to train your downlines, right, to be independent enough to do presentations and at least do the 8 basic building blocks training ASAP, as soon as possible. Duplication is also to transfer your self-confidence, transfer your experience, transfer your warriorship. This is not the business for you to be irreplaceable. This is the business for you to replace yourself as soon as possible, to reduce the dependency of your downlines on you so you can open up new countries, start new direct referrals, all right, and enhance yourself. So duplication, duplication, duplication. Make your downlines. Pray that your downlines become better than you. I am who I am today. Because today my downlines, the partners of Ignite, all of them, you can see them right here. They are better than Pathman Senathirajah. And that's the reason I'm financially free. So this is 8 basic building blocks, super concise, super express for you to just show people on your mobile phone. And guys, welcome to the greatest journey of your life, the greatest adventure with the greatest story in network marketing. Welcome to Ignite.